have on the plate?
We have a roasted halibut and vegetable dish. You like it? And we've slow roasted it in a Dutch oven. I think you're gonna like it.
Okay.
I do like this.
Well, as I promised, we're gonna use the whole fennel in this recipe. We're doing a roasted halibut and vegetable dish. We're gonna be using eggplant, red pepper, of course, fennel. This is how we get started on this dish. We're gonna take this whole fennel here and we're gonna cut off the fronds. We're gonna use those in just a minute. Just hold the fennel bulb up, make a cut there and one there. The stem comes right out. Then we're ready to slice. Now we're ready to take this to the stove. We're gonna take the lid off here and add some olive oil to our preheated roasting pot. We've got about 2 to 3 tablespoons of olive oil there. We're gonna go ahead and add this fennel. We had one to jump out of the pot, it must be hot. We're gonna season each layer of ingredient that we add. Now the reason we add the fennel to the pot first is because it's more of a firmer vegetable. It's going to take a little bit longer to cook, and so we're going to go ahead and get a jump on it and let it get started. Now let's cut the eggplant. We're going to cut it in half. We want everything to be about, the same size. There we go. Now let's cut this pepper. Now I usually start at the bottom and pull it apart, and it makes the stem end come out a whole lot easier. I'm just going to clean this up a little bit. Okay, we're going to just do a medium chop to these. Now we're ready to add this to the pot. And when our fennel gets soft like this, we're going to go ahead and add our eggplant, and we're going to need a little bit more of this olive oil, extra virgin. The eggplant's going to drink it up, so we want to make sure, we add another couple tablespoons. Let's go ahead and add that to it. And I need to go ahead and add my red peppers. Go ahead and add that to the pot. You know what? I think it needs some garlic. We're going to add 6 whole cloves of garlic to this. Now let's start adding some other things too. Let's add some white wine. Let's get some black olives here. Those things are so good. I'm going to go ahead and add a can of chopped tomatoes. You can tell that's going to be good. We're going to use some pepperoncini here that we will need to just do a little bit of a chop to. Pepperoncini is going to add that little vinegary taste to it and a little bit of heat to the dish too. But really what's going to add some heat to this is the red pepper flakes. We're going to add some of that to the dish. That's really going to start releasing and really add a lot of flavor to it too. And then we're going to add some fresh basil. Oh my goodness, the aromas it gives off. So good. And we're going to add a little bit of balsamic vinegar to the dish. And that's really going to add a lot of flavor to the pot. Now this pot's missing something. We need the halibut. But we need to season that first. Let me show you how I do that. We're going to season both sides with a little bit of salt and pepper. And in the pot it goes. Make sure that you get them down into the bottom of the pot, because these are the liquid is gonna help them cook. And in just about 20 minutes, we're gonna be ready to eat. Oh, but before I do that, I promised you I was gonna use all the parts of the fennel. We're gonna use these fronds to put on top of each piece And it's not there just to make it look pretty. It's actually going to infuse some flavor there as well. There we go. We're going to put our lid on there, and in about 20 minutes, we'll be ready to eat. Roasted halibut and vegetables.